Click. Alrighty. Welcome to the PSBS, the Playable Decision Podcast. I'm your host, Coach T, PS and Bioware. My host here is...
Andrew Arenas, double is.
Yes, and we're on episode 88.
88. I like that. It's like two race car tracks.
Yeah?
No, I mean, well, an 8 is... Yeah, it could be like that. Like a Hot Wheels race car track. Whatever happened to Hot Wheels, man? Weren't we supposed to get a Hot Wheels movie?
Yeah, it's coming from the director of Fast and Furious, the most obvious choice for a movie director for a Hot Wheels movie.
Yeah, James Wan. He makes really entertaining stuff, so, you know. He'll be good for it.
I know, it's just like painfully obvious. Like, let's get a guy who made all those Fast and Furious movies to do this new car movie, Hot Wheels.
Well, at least they didn't get the guy from Need for Speed.
Yeah.
We don't even remember who that is.
I don't know who directed Need for Speed.
What happened to Need for Speed?
Everything, man.
What happened to this?
I mean, it had a good cast. You go back and look at that cast, like, oh, look at all these big-name TV actors.
Yeah, I know. Well, that was kind of before they even made it big. Well, some of them.
Well, one of them.
Yeah.
1.5.
Oh, there's half now.
Well, what's his name? Oh, God, the one from Preacher. I can't remember his name now. He was doing stuff. He was trying to be a movie star, but all his movies that he was starring was flopping, so he settled down and said, okay, I'm going to do this TV show Preacher and just be the lead character.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And you know, Need for Speed was one of those movies he flopped in, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gosh, dude, this has been quite a week.
The
week.
Know?
Yeah, I know. Start of senior year of high. Did I say high school? No. Feels like it sometimes though, but of college already, which is crazy. And you know, just adjusting schedules, catching up with friends, going out with new people, making amends with some enemies. Because you know, I go to a very small school, so I have to sometimes.
Your life already sounds like a CW show.
Time to, you know, sometimes you gotta, or sometimes like a really corny, like romantic movie in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I made amends with some people that I had some beef with over the winter break, but it's all good.
It's all good. Anyway, getting to news and stuff this week.
This is the thing. What even happened in the realm of PlayStation?
Stuff, man. We were just talking about movie directors, and guess what happened today?
Huh, what? This is going to be news to me.
It was either today or yesterday they announced this. I forget the exact moment. But The Division has a movie director now.
Ooh. I'm tempted. Ooh.
Yeah, we were talking about this like a week or two ago, how The Division doesn't have a movie director yet.
But thus it has the stars and the producer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Division movie director will be Stephen Gaghan. Gaghan. I think I'm saying that right? Gaghan?
Stephen Gaghan. Wait, he's done something. Something. With his life.
Think it out before I say it.
Steven. Wait, what's the name again?
Stephen Gaghan. Gaghan?
Think. No brain blast.
He has directed a couple films. He's mostly a writer, but he's directed a couple films. He wrote and directed Syriana. He wrote Traffic. He wrote and directed that new movie coming up called Gold.
Oh, Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah. And he wrote Call of Duty Ghosts.
Well, I mean, no way. Ghost's story was actually kind of strong. Yeah, actually, yeah. At first I kind of thought you said Advanced Warfare.
No. Nope, Ghosts.
Call of Duty Ghosts, you know what? Like, all right. I mean, well, we had another Call of Duty writer working on Uncharted, right? Like, was that something else?
No, he didn't do Uncharted. I mean, yeah, the guy who's writing Uncharted didn't do Call of Duty, because remember you said that all fair to me, and I was like, wait, and I double checked, he didn't. No.
Yeah, I kind of thought he did do something.
This guy did though, write Call of Duty Ghosts.
Yeah, I just kind of mixed up because he's already had experience writing for other bits of military in the movies.
Yeah.
Like Hurt Locker is
Yeah.
30.
Yeah, Joe Carnahan, who's writing Uncharted, he wrote a lot of TV shows and movies and stuff.
Not really sure what to make of this. I mean, I haven't seen any of his work, so it's a little.
I mean, I haven't seen it, but Syriana's supposed to be a critically acclaimed film. And a lot of the stuff he wrote, like Traffic, that's critically acclaimed. But then, like Gold, he wrote and directed, that's coming out later in the month. That's kind of getting mixed reviews. And then he wrote.
I mean, that was kind of like a wide expansion, right? I mean, it's technically like 2016.
I don't think it got limited release because it's one of those movies where like it wasn't good enough to kind of do the whole limited release thing.
I mean, it got some nominations from some places for last year.
Oh, so it's some type of limited release. But overall, the reviews are kind of mixed on it. Yeah, and then he wrote Ghost, so he does have some experience in the video game industry.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of cool. But I mean, it's like you said, we talked about this last week or so. It doesn't matter how good a director is.
What talent you get, right?
It's like, doesn't matter who. Doesn't matter who.
Somehow it just always. Let me see. This Syriana 2005. Whoa, doggy. 2005. I mean, this is the last time I'm gonna use computer. Film 72. Entourage. Always another great. Personal appearances, but this is a personal appearance. NYPD Blue. It screams cheap to me. It just. I mean, look, there's a ton of directors that we can name, but they're all busy with stuff, you know. But this just it's fine, I guess. There's really nothing to it. I don't know what his style is or how he's good with action or anything like that. I mean, we're pretty sure that Division is going to be a pretty action-oriented movie.
Yeah,
like the games. You do a lot of shooting in that game. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, shooting and looting.
You can shoot at people that take up so many bullets. But it's just, it's just whatever. It's fine, I guess. Really nothing to report.
Well, I mean, it's just something to report because we asked that a few weeks ago, like, who's going to direct this, and now we know. And again, it's just kind of repeating what we said last week, how, yeah, that's fine, it's cool, you got a director who has some acclaim to him, but it doesn't really almost matter in the end.
Never does, that we've seen so far, so it's just, we'll have to see again. But it definitely won't be in 2017.
No, this movie's not coming out this year, no.
So yeah, it's lost its window already?
Oh yeah, we're in January. Unless they start filming this thing like tomorrow, and it gets a Christmas 2017 release date, I don't think it's coming out this year.
Ubisoft putting it out against Star Wars again?
Again.
I mean, it's such a crowded space. It's like, where do you put that? Because now DC's playing around with the summertime, and then Marvel plays around with like before June.
Yeah,
I mean, out, dude. It's going to be a little difficult for where the Division can place during a weekend, and then to also be careful to put into consideration not being next to like an animated movie or like a big budget movie. So it's confusing. That's what happened to Assassin's Creed, seeing in Star Wars Rogue One.
Yeah, I mean, Disney pretty much has Christmas locked down now forever, putting out Star Wars movies every Christmas.
For eternity.
Yeah. I don't know. I would say March, but March is pretty packed nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, DC and Warner Brothers are experimenting with March. I mean, got Kong Skull Island in March.
Oh, dude, there's a bunch of movies coming out this March. You got Logan, Kong, Power Rangers, Beauty and the Beast, Ghost in the Shell, all coming out in March.
Yeah, I really have a feeling like we don't really get anything until March. That's kind of how it always is. Catch up on the Oscar stuff in January. February is just kind of like whatever, and then March.
Dude, that's the Lego Batman movie comes out in February.
Oh, we got the Lego Batman movie. Saw a promo of that, and when I watched La La Land today. The Chevy commercials?
Yeah. Yeah, the Batman one.
Batmobile.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, I'm like seeing it on like the compressed version on the big screen on the IMAX. Well, because Lego Batman's in IMAX also.
Yeah.
Which maybe I might check that out since got all those tickets.
Mm-hmm. But Yeah. Well, no, but I mean, like even like next March, like March 2018, still already has two movies, kind of big movies planned. Like the Tomb Raider's coming out March 2018, and
Tomb Raider.
and Ready Player One's coming out March 2018.
Who is directing Tomb Raider?
Some Norwegian director.
Some Norwegian director. It doesn't matter what he's done, though. It doesn't matter if he won 2 Best Pictures. Somehow they found a way to screw it up. And I'm definitely less interested in that movie. Just such a shame. I mean, Alicia Vikander, you're wasting her. I know she'll be a good Lara Croft, though, but if we get something that's even worse than the Angelina Jolie movie, how? In 2018, right? That movie hits 2018?
Yeah, March 2018.
Yeah. So it's like, how? Oh. Hopefully we see something of it maybe at Comic-Con or something. Ooh.
I mean, they haven't started filming it yet.
Hopefully something.
Yeah,
At least hopefully just a picture of her. What she looks like.
She's holding a bow. There you go.
She's holding a bow. It's Alicia Vikander and a bow. What else do you need? And some dirt. And some little bit of scratches.
Maybe like a flare.
Oh, yeah, the little flare thing she's always holding.
Yeah.
She likes to hold those in the tubes. There's no lighting in there.
And like an Xbox exclusive window.
Oh, jeez.
Because Lara Croft is a well-known, established Xbox icon.
You know how much those ads annoyed me at that time when Tomb Raider was exclusive to Xbox One. They were making it as if, because you know how they put Chief, they put Marcus in the Forza car.
The car. And Laura.
And Laura. I'm like, you gotta be, no. I know I got PlayStation blood in me, but come on. Lara Croft is not an established Xbox icon. Don't do that. You're only allowed to put what you had originally. And Tomb Raider's been originally on PlayStation. You don't see Sony taking Xbox stuff. Oh, well, Call of Duty, but still the highest grossing game, Call of Duty, of 2016.
Even though it had steep declines over last year.
Still doesn't seem to be stopping it, though. Nothing will ever stop this Call of Duty train. But, I mean, COD is COD, and I succumbed to buying COD 4 remastered, so I was part of the problem. That pack-in deal, they really knew. So then when next year we get, World at War remastered, God, dude, I don't know what Sledgehammer's going to do. I mean, they already did a little teaser thing, right? In New Year's or whatever, or somewhere around there.
It was in London.
We'll have to see what Sledgehammer's up to. At least one thing's for sure, they will probably have the most graphically advanced Call of Duty because their games always look better than, Infinity Ward's or Treyarch's graphics-wise. But that doesn't matter, really. As Infinite Warfare, although its campaign was very good, its multiplayer definitely was probably even more lacking than, say, Ghosts. So, and its zombies mode was just very generic. So whatever they're cooking up, I'm pretty sure it's not Advanced Warfare 2, or else people are going to be livid, right? More dislikes.
Call of Duty, man, the reigning dislike champion every year.
So it'll be interesting to see what they work on next. I'm very hopeful that hopefully they will make something that's very entertaining, graphically impressive, but in terms of substance, probably not all that much will be there.
Well, Call of Duty will continue on, but sadly, you know what won't continue on?
What else is not going to continue? I don't like things stopping or not continuing on, but things always have to move on, right?
Yep, following up on a thing we talked about last week about how Guerrilla Cambridge is closing down. Sony announced that Riggs DLC support will end. Riggs will no longer receive any DLC, but the servers will remain online, so you can play online with other players.
Gosh, already? I mean, shoot, next week they'll be talking about the online shutting down.
I mean, for now, it's staying on.
But it just sucks, dude. I mean, rigs sold like garbage.
But people like it, man. People who
Oh,
played
yeah.
it.
There's no denying that. It's just that nobody bought it.
And it has the VR online. It's like one of those few VR games you can play online with other people. And it kind of sucks that there won't be any way to expand upon it. You know, we're not going to get no new maps. We're not going to get no new rigs. We're not going to get, whatever.
No, I didn't know what else you'd be not getting. No new rigs. Oh, my gosh.
No new rigs, man.
Rigs.
Like I said, I don't have rigs. I only played the demo. So I didn't get a firm grasp on it, and it's one of those things where I don't know.
But that little bit that you played, though, was interesting. You liked it.
It was interesting. It's one of those things where if I played it longer, I'd probably get used to it, because it really was a different kind of experience than other VR games.
Oh, yeah.
And now with this report, it's kind of like I don't know if I want to buy it now, because what if, like you said, what if I buy it and online support gets shut down in like a month or two,
Yeah, it can't be.
I mean, hopefully it stays on, but there's always a thing it might not, and then, I don't know.
It's useless.
And it's kind of useless.
You can play against the AI.
Yeah, I think there's offline mode, but I don't know. That's kind of the meat of it, is playing online with people.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see. But
oh, yeah. Another thing we'll keep close eyes on. Well, at least you will.
I will. Somebody has to.
I mean, it's just this week. It's just it's just been crazy. I mean, some of the stuff is news to me. So, what else will be news to me? I want to know. Give me the lowdown.
Give me the news. What's the news, man?
Well, I just felt like not much happened on PlayStation. I mean, a lot more stuff is happening still.
It's kind of small things. I mean, we're getting through these topics pretty fast. We are.
Will this show actually be under an hour?
We'll see. So this is really interesting. So, oddly enough, a demo got released this week for Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of neat, because I mean, it's not too often we see demos anymore.
No, I mean, you have the age of share play, and
especially for AAA games. So Rise of the Tomb Raider got a demo, and more interestingly enough, Watch Dogs 2 got a trial.
Oh yeah.
A 3-hour trial where you download the whole game. You get to play for 3 hours, and you can do anything in those 3 hours: online multiplayer, single player, do much you can. You can even buy DLC while you're doing the 3-hour trial.
That's great. You play DLC.
Yeah, buy the DLC while you're playing the free trial. And then, of course,
it's basically just the full game but unlocked. So it's like on a time code.
Yeah, it's on a time code after 3 hours. And that's that. But it's neat, though, because this is something that was, like, really big on PS3. Remember that? Like, almost a lot of games had that for a while, like the trial thing, the 60-minute trial.
Oh, yeah. It's just that these files are so big.
Yeah, it's almost not worth all that time to download it and then just play it for like an hour, and you're just like, oh, that's it. And then you feel, and I think too, it kind of makes you feel more obligated to buy it, because now you have the whole thing downloaded to your hard drive. It's like, do I really want to delete this or download it again later? Like, shit, just buy it now.
Or you just go by disc, but you still have to download the patches and stuff.
Yeah. So it's like, it's kind of, what was really annoying was, like, my brother tried out, like, I think it was like Saints Row 3 or 4. He did that. He did the trial version or whatever on PS3. And it's really annoying because you do unlock trophies, but they are locked.
Yes.
It's weird. So, like, when you look through your trophy list, it shows, like, oh, you got, 5% of the trophies in Saints Row 3, and you click it, and then the trophy is there, but it still has a little lock symbol on it, and it doesn't actually sync to your account until you buy the game. So that's really annoying to me, to see those trophies on my profile, and they're not really on my profile.
One of the few games that didn't want you to trophy load. You had to get it yourself. You had to buy it.
Yeah. So I was just like, that's really crazy. But like I said, it's just neat, though, to see AAA games kind of doing this, doing trials or demos and stuff to kind of give people the chance to play them. The only thing is, though, this also brings up that whole thing. Remember when Sony was all like, oh, any game in the PlayStation Store, you just click it and you just start playing it,
Oh, gosh. Remember that, like, 2013 little video? The smartphone and everything like that?
Yeah, 2013 saying, browse the PlayStation Store, any game you see, click it, play it, and...
Well, in a way, it's just... The wording of it was just all weird, because, like, the whole intent was, like, for you to, like, have your PS4 on standby, press the button where you press download the PS4. You do whatever you do in your life, come back home, and it's there. But this was just no. Like
No.
that instant like trying and buying thing never really happened.
Never happened.
No.
Because I mean, I can understand like because the way they made it sound like too, like you're going to like basically stream it too, like
In a way,
they
yeah.
kind
I
of made
mean,
it sound like
really
it.
now we just have share play, but someone has to have the game though.
Yeah. So I mean, I can understand like hopefully maybe like because I understand the streaming thing maybe not being where it needs to be right now for that to happen,
I mean,
but
Christ, we have PlayStation now.
yeah, and that's not working for everybody. People don't
No,
have the connections for that. Um, but I could see like Watch Dogs 2 maybe kind of bringing back the trial system, you know?
I mean we already had it with like COD.
Yeah, COD did it. It was like a free weekend.
I'm surprised Battlefield 1 hasn't.
No,
Overwatch.
Overwatch does it a lot.
What other game? Overwatch. Yeah, I mean Overwatch has done it probably the most I've ever seen.
What are you tapping?
Oh. No, I'm like, whenever you're like on a desk, I'm like,
Yeah, I understand. I'm just saying though, like
I'm
the
thinking,
mic.
no, this is my thinking.
Yeah, I understand, but it's just like the mic can hear it. I don't want our listeners to be freaking out thinking there's like a bomb or something ticking.
Well, I don't.
What is that mysterious ticking noise?
And then the fire alarm goes off.
And then the fire alarm was.
When you knock
What?
on wood, and I can't even get to the wood. I'm sitting down. I can't get to the wood to knock it.
Yeah, I said you're having that paranoid, like it's the first week of school. You're paranoid that fire alarm's gonna go off any minute.
Yeah, there was that girl that last year who stayed up like all night, like for a while, because she was so afraid that the fire alarm was going to wake her up and like scare her.
Mm-hmm.
She like stayed up all night because she was like so concerned about it. But I don't know, because like the fact that I couldn't get in ITCC, my like little library thing, I'm like, do they not want us to retreat here?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like looking at the guard. I'm like, dude, let me in. He doesn't even get up. I'm like, you know what? Flip you off. I didn't actually do that because that's me. But I mean, I wanted to get in. I mean, I pay for being in this facility every month, every couple of months. So why not?
I should pay to be in here, even if it's on fire. It's my right to be in here.
It's my right to be in here. Roast to death.
Oh boy.
I can go for some roast right now.
Just
just thinking food dining was not good today. I mean, we just had like breakfast for dinner. I'm like, are you kidding me? I paid near $2,000 a semester for this.
Or pancakes.
Or pancakes. I mean, goodness.
Pancakes. Anyway, but yeah, like I said, I would like to see more of this demos, trials, just kind of like getting back to that original vision of like being able to play or try any game in the store, you know, before you buy it.
Yeah, and probably some sales with some people that are hesitant, of playing it. Then
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, they're already doing kind of neat things now with like like broadcasting and stuff. Like if you're like on a game page, you can see broadcasts of the game,
mm-hmm.
so you can like see actual people playing it.
We'll see how they react.
Yeah.
I think it's cool because it separates it from a demo, because demos can't. I mean, some demos can get updated, so I shouldn't say no. Demos can get updated, but with the case of Watch Dogs 2, you're downloading the most recent version of the game, so that's nice.
Yep.
Tomb Raider, I mean, it's the demo that's standalone, so I mean, I'm sure it's gotten updated plenty of times. So, I mean, that's the definitive version of Rise of the Tomb Raider, but still, yeah, it's something to try on people's 4K TVs, I guess. Because Lara Croft does look pretty good in 4K. But I'll see.
We'll see.
I didn't even. Did I get Rise of the Tomb Raider first? No, I didn't end up getting Rise of the Tomb Raider for Christmas. I took out too many games. So I didn't even install Doom.
Oh, Doom's so good.
I know Doom's good, but it's just I'll probably feel it when I move out. So I'm excited for that.
Yep, excited for that. I don't know how to segue this, but this was exciting. This is exciting-ish for me if it happened, but it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Bioware was talking this week how they were, because I heard about this before. Now they kind of clarified more what happened about it. So, for Dragon Age 2, they were planning on doing a big expansion called Exiled March.
Oh.
And it's going to be a big expansion because Dragon Age Origins was one of the, I think, might be the only PS3 game that had like a physical expansion to it, where you had to like remember that where like it had a separate disc and it was like $40 called Dragon Age Awakening, and you bought it and all you did was install it to your hard drive.
You could have just traded it back in.
Exactly. As long as you plan on never deleting it.
No, don't delete it.
As long as you don't delete it, yeah, you could just install it and then return it or whatever. But anyway, Awakening was a good expansion. Of course, I bought the Ultimate Edition, so I paid $20 and I got like 200 hours worth of content. So,
Rare game.
Rare game. It's a really good game too, though.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, I checked on eBay. Not as rare as you think.
It's not,
but it is sizably priced though. It's
yes.
Like so, like it's probably just a limited game. Is that quote unquote rare?
I mean, it's worth a lot when you go to trade it in. I mean, it's like $20-$30 you get for trading it in at GameStop.
The average eBay is like $30 or $40, which is ridiculous. So that does tell me it's like limited.
Yeah, I mean, no, I wasn't saying
a lot of these don't even have the original case though.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't saying it was like an $80 game. I'm just saying it's still around $30-$40 for a game that came out 7 years ago.
I know.
And then,
other than these like indie limited run games, it's a shame on probably on PS4 we don't have like any rare games, do we?
I don't think so.
Nah, probably not. I mean, they're all so mass produced. I mean, other than these limited indie run games, like I don't know, Shovel Knight or a limited run, or Firewatch a limited run.
Yeah, because I mean, Ultimate Alliance. I mean, like I said, they're like rare, but they are kind of worth something. I mean, even Orange Box is still worth something on PS3.
Oh gosh.
Because I think a used copy of Orange Box at GameStop is still like $30 for PS3.
Wow. What a lot of people like is to collect like the PS2 boxes that were just the original PS2, not the greatest hits one. Mm-hmm. So like people like the original black.
Yeah. Oh, talking about boxes though. Remember we had that question a few weeks ago about like why we don't get greatest hits boxes anymore?
Yeah, we had a question about just greatest hits in general.
Yeah, greatest hits in general, and like the main reason we said was probably because they don't want to pay the repackaging fees and stuff.
That's right, yeah.
But yet Xbox just rolled out these new boxes for like old 360 games to where they're like in an Xbox One box and it says playable on Xbox One.
Wow.
And 360. So like that's really weird because that goes against completely everything we were talking about. Because not only are they repackaging games, they're repackaging Xbox 360 games.
Wow,
into new boxes.
Or hypothetically, just taking back stock and putting the original manufactured disc. I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, because I saw it. There was like Bully. It said Bully, and it was like in an Xbox One box, and it said playable on 360 and Xbox One.
Wait, was this a physical box?
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder if the disc would look different too. I wonder if it said Xbox One and 360.
I don't know. But it's really weird because, like I said, this goes against like I guess Microsoft don't care. Like, yeah, we're gonna repackage our old 360 games.
Nah, man, they gotta get the word out there that these games are compatible with both systems.
Yeah, because I mean, before then, all they had at GameStop was like they put like a sticker on it. I noticed.
Yeah.
Like if you're looking at the used 360 games, they'll put a sticker on it like compatible with Xbox One or something. But now they're like repackaging them. Like, no, look, it's Xbox One compatible. It's an Xbox One box, even though it's not made for Xbox One. But
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's crazy. An update callback on that.
Nintendo, I mean, even has their Nintendo Selects with like Mario Galaxy and Pikmin and all that. Mm-hmm. PlayStation just hasn't gone to it since the PS3 generation.
Yeah, I mean, Xbox
has Vita repackaging. Remember, even PSP had greatest hits.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, Xbox hasn't done it this generation either. Yeah, they haven't done platinum hits this generation.
I think it's just the fact that these game prices just go down to an equivalent where it is greatest hits, and then we have digital storefronts. It's just like, what's the point?
Yeah, that's what we were saying though. Like, it's just I think the big thing is they just don't want to, manufacture new boxes and reprint them and stuff because I mean, like we already said, they're trying to cut back on manufacturing by not even putting like instruction manuals in games anymore. But then Microsoft does this crazy thing with the repackaging 360 games, and it's kind of like, well, I don't know now.
Who knows?
Knows, man. Microsoft, they're, I don't know, crazy people. But anyway,
But they were crazy enough to put a 4K Blu-ray drive in their new system.
in their newest system, and Sony didn't.
So rebellious.
It's like, oh, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's a frustrating endeavor. Hey, do you know if the movie company Summit puts their movies on Blu-ray, 4K Blu-ray?
Yes, because they're owned by Lionsgate, so yeah.
Ooh, I would like some La La Land in 4K.
Yes, yeah, La La Land. Like the 4K Blu-ray is already on pre-order on Amazon. I saw it this morning.
On that movie?
Yeah, La La Land is 4K Blu-ray pre-order is already up on Amazon.
Ooh, let me take a lookie. I'll probably just buy. I mean, it comes out like the regular one, right? I might get this. Me buying a Blu-ray for the first time in like a couple of years? What?
What?
But I love this movie. I need it. I need it everywhere.
I need it everywhere.
And I'll give you the digital copy that I probably will never use. I don't see it. I just see the soundtrack. Well, let me see. I'm gonna go down more. 4K Blu-ray. Oh man, 4K, $42. Doesn't even have like any stars. Just
that's the original list price. It's gonna go down once it actually comes out.
And then there's just a bunch of Amazon's has such like a fake like problem.
But it's weird because like Lionsgate actually puts out the cheapest 4K Blu-rays.
And then, dude, they even like let people sell the bootleg like Blu-rays. Dude, they need to. They're crazy, Amazon. They don't even no curation because already the argument about like when you type in Apple, like half the things are fake in there because Apple and Amazon don't have quite the best relationship in the world. So when you type in the word Apple, I mean, yeah, you get Amazon Basics like Lightning cable that's legit because it's Amazon Basics, but you see organic Apple, a Fuji Apple, and then Apple smartwatch, which does look legit, that one right there. But even with the Apple Watch right there, it's still like it shows a generation and second generation, but thus when you look in the description, it's the first one. So it's like, Amazon, come on.
Amazon 4K Blu-rays in general.
You're infiltrating the Hollywood space. Can you infiltrate just taking out the BS? Don't be eBay. Well, actually, eBay is just like common sense knowledge of you not getting scammed. But because I saw some idiot on my sub box on YouTube this week that spent like nearly $6,000 on like the original iPhone, like, but not even open. But the dude got scammed because like, yeah, it not only was it like a fake original box, but like it was in his plastic seal. But dude, you can look over videos all over YouTube that you can just repackage, have that same plastic seal. And he put it through an X-ray, and like the things weren't like where they originally were and whatnot. And he got scammed big time.
That was going to be a scam either way.
Yeah. Either way, because he's all like, maybe it'll be worth something one day.
It won't be worth more than $6,000.
But like, even like, I don't know. I mean, hell, even Apple's oldest products are not even really worth that much.
Yeah.
Like, even like the original Apple. I mean, dude, he would have to live for a long ass time. Or like, where we already have the iPhone 4 in museums, but I mean, unless a museum is going to ask for it.
It belongs in a museum.
I know, because we're already having iPhones in museums, so that's great. We got Jumanji in the museum, the VHS Jumanji.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so maybe we'll get The Rock.
I should have that somewhere. I have a copy of Jumanji on VHS somewhere.
Soon you'll be having The Rock 4K Blu-ray in the museum. Yeah. But, yeah. he's a little messed up in the head. I don't think he'll be getting his nearly $6,000 back
No, not
in pound money.
not a good return investment. But yeah. Anyway, a little sidetrack. What I was saying was that Bioware was working on a big expansion to Dragon Age 2 called Exile March. Now I heard about this a while back. Bioware talked about how like they were like really about to start production on that because they already had like promo stuff made, like T-shirts and concept posters and stuff like that ready to go.
They're talking about Dragon Age 2. What's with this little look back of Dragon Age 2 for?
I'm getting to there. No, I'm saying like a couple of months back I read about this, how they were working on this expansion, already like printing out promotional material for it.
Yeah, because Dragon Age 2 was infamous for having like a piece of DLC that just didn't end up happening.
Yeah, that's this one, Exile March, and now they kind of like they talked about how that got canceled while they're doing the promo stuff, but like now this week they clarify kind of why it got canceled. And they said the reason why it got canceled is because around the time they started working on Exile March, they started getting access to the new Frostbite engine.
Yeah, and then by that time, dude, they were moving on and going on to Mass Effect 3.
Exactly. So it was just one of those things where like they basically said, "Oh, do we keep working on this DLC or do we like focus on like working with the new Frostbite engine?" Because they wanted to, get on that. And the problem is, if they developed anything with Frostbite engine, obviously it wouldn't be compatible with the PS3. So they just said, "Oh well." So they kind of.
I mean, it was compatible with the PS3. It was just be compatible with that game.
Yeah, with that game because the game's a different engine.
Because I mean, Mass Effect 3 was in a different engine than 1 and 2.
Yep. Yeah. You're right.
Because they got Mass Effect 2 running on Mass Effect 3's engine on PS3.
Yes.
But it was weird. I mean, Dragon Age 2 was Dragon Age 2. They couldn't have done what they did right there.
Yeah, like they couldn't. Yeah, they couldn't develop the DLC on that new engine and still make it compatible with the current game. So just one of those things where like they had to move on to that new engine, and that's kind of like why the DLC didn't happen. Which kind of, like I said, just kind of sucks because Awakening was a good piece of DLC. It added like 10 hours of story, a bunch of new side missions, new characters, and felt like that like in between kind of game, where it was like not a full blown sequel, but just more story, more content, substantial content.
Mm-hmm.
So wouldn't like to see that for Dragon Age 2 because I still like Dragon Age 2. Man, I know it's not the best in the series, but I still really like Dragon Age 2. I like Dragon Age, but as a whole, as a franchise, it's so good.
You think we'll ever get a return of it? I mean, it's been 2015.
What?
Or 2014. If Dragon Age ever comes back after Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah. Because I mean, that's the kind of thing about Dragon Age where like each game is like completely different from the other one,
They were as uniform as the Mass Effect games. I don't mind the Mass Effect games were different.
I mean, there's a big jump between 1 and 2, but like 2 and 3 are pretty consistent.
Yeah.
But there's a big jump between 1 and 2, where like Dragon Age 1 was very, Origins was very different from 2. It was a little bit slower, definitely, because it was like a PC game first,
Mm-hmm.
kind of just in the way it's kind of laid out and stuff like that. And then Dragon Age 2, they make it focus more on console stuff, faster pace, trying to make it more like Mass Effect. So that had mixed results to fans, and then Inquisition came out. That was more like the middle ground, where it took kind of the best elements of 1 and 2 and kind of meshed it together to make a game.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Like I said, I just love Dragon Age as a whole, and I love all the games. Like I said, they're just all different. Each one's different. Depends on what you want out of a game. Cause I had a friend ask me that one time. It's like, I never played Dragon Age Origins. Should I just play Dragon Age 2? I'm like, well, I mean, you can, because you play as a new character, and I mean, there's still callbacks to the first game with some of the characters and stuff, but I mean, you can. It's just the problem is, once you play Dragon Age 2, if you play Dragon Age 2 first, and then you try to go back to 1, it's going to be really weird for you, because the game's going to be so different than what you're used to.
Yeah.
After playing 2.
They're all just radically different.
Yeah.
Mass Effect 3, different from Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2,
yeah, there's improvements from 2 to 3, but like overall, it's not a huge jump like 1 to 2 was.
I mean, the jump from Dragon Age 1 to 2 was quite big.
Yeah, and then from 2 to 3 was big, or Inquisition's not really called 3. But you know what I mean? Like, there's a big jump in each game. Like, each game in Dragon Age is different from another, where, like, Mass Effect, it's just 2 and 3 are similar, and then 1 and 2 is the big jump.
Yeah.
So. But, speaking of Mass Effect, we have some more Mass Effect Andromeda news this week.
Oh.
Talking about some new gameplay features. EA was talking, or not EA, Bioware was talking this week, saying how in the game they'll have in-game craft. You can craft your own weapons in Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh.
It's pretty neat.
Crafting, huh?
Crafting. I mean, they kind of didn't fully show it in that gameplay trailer, but it was hinted at because you saw you like picking up resources and stuff like that, you know? So, like, obviously you're crafting things. We just didn't know exactly what.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think they showed armor. I think they said that in there, in that trailer thing. Like, oh, you collect resources and build armor and stuff, you know?
Remember we had that one question about too much customization?
Too much customization?
Yeah, remember Mass Effect? No, not Fallout 4.
Nah, you can't have too much customization, right?
Or it got a little ridiculous.
Nah, I can't have too much customization.
Yeah. I mean, it's like even when I went back and played San Andreas, of how much unnecessary junk was in that game. Like of the custom of getting fat and you know gaining weight and having your sex appeal in the game and all that. I'm just like,
well, I mean, not all of that needs to be in Mass Effect, but I mean, just customizing your armor, your character looks, and stuff like that. Customize your weapons. You know, make what you want. Do different attachments.
You get to name your weapons too.
Yeah, you can name your weapons. You can call it whatever you want. So it's really neat because I love kind of weapon crafting in games. You know, it's always really cool because like one game that we like, I know everybody gave a shit, but Dead Space 3 had a really cool weapon crafting system.
Oh
yeah. No, but people complain though, like, oh, there's a crafting system in Dead Space 3, but there's microtransactions to get like the parts and stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't need to buy it.
What?
What? You don't need to buy those things, man. You can find it in the game. That's what I did. I never paid for any of that. I just find the parts I need. I built my gun. I built the gun from Alien. I forgot that it's been a while since I saw Aliens, and then I watched the other day, and I was like, I think it's 3 parts. It's a machine gun, a shotgun, and a flamethrower.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the shotgun part. So when I made that gun in Dead Space 3, I only had the machine gun, the flamethrower. I didn't have a shotgun on it.
Oh, did you?
I forgot the shotgun part. I don't know if I could have done 3 parts. Because I think the way the design was in the game was you had the primary fire and the secondary fire. So my primary was the machine gun, and the secondary I had was the flamethrower. So I don't know if there would have been a way to put a shotgun on it. But I'll try to make one in Mass Effect Andromeda.
A lot of things are going to be done in Mass Effect Andromeda.
Try. I don't know if there's been flamethrowers in Mass Effect.
No.
I wonder if there's going to be a flamethrower in this
There's
game.
just the incendiary bullets.
Yeah, there's been incendiary stuff. Because one of the flamethrowers I could put on my gun and be like Alien. Aliens, to be more specific.
Oh, Aliens. Such a good movie. Yeah. James Cameron, where are you at?
Where you at, man?
In general.
In general, yeah. Just stuff. Things and stuff.
So much he can be doing, but he's kind of just dicking around.
Exactly. Even though I prefer Alien to Aliens. It's just me.
Yeah. It depends what kind of movie you want.
Yeah, I like Alien because it's a horror movie, first and foremost. Suspense and all that, where Aliens is...
It's got some suspense, but I mean, it's an action movie.
It's an action movie first. It's really long. The pacing isn't very good in it.
No. No, I would say it escalates. It escalates.
It escalates, but...
I don't say it's like slow, but it escalates.
It escalates. I don't know. For me, like, Aliens is still a good movie. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't like Aliens. I'm just saying I prefer Alien to Aliens because for me, Aliens had a little bit too much action, and it's just really... It feels long-winded, and the pacing is odd because like it has like what they call that multiple ending syndrome, where you think it's done and then another thing happens and it keeps going, and then you think it's done, another thing happens and it keeps going.
Yeah,
and you're just kind of like, wait, this isn't done yet, and it's like, oh, there it is, it's done now.
I'm kind of glad most of the part movies have kind of done away with that, but maybe that's because I don't go out and see too many bad movies anymore. I'm not saying that's the case with Aliens, but. I think more with bad movies, I kind of get the false ending syndrome more than ever.
Yeah, that's what everyone says for Return of the King. They do that like 15 times in Return of the King before it gets to the end.
Oh yeah.
But no, like I said, just I'm not saying I don't like Aliens. I love Aliens. I'm just saying I prefer Alien to Aliens. It's kind of like Terminator 2, where some people like Terminator 1 better because it's more the horror suspense thing, and 2 is the full blown action movie.
You like the first Terminator better than Terminator 2?
I don't know. I didn't say that. I said some people. I don't know. I'm not sure which one I like better.
Oh, it's Terminator 2.
I lean a little bit to 1 just for the same reasons why I lean to Alien over Aliens.
Hmm.
Because Terminator 2 does feel long winded too, though. Like, because that's what James Cameron does. He just goes all out in his sequels to where it's like, it just feels like he's putting everything in there.
Yeah.
So they feel kind of a little long winded and like, we gotta do everything and more action. But
always gotta have more action.
Anyway, I like the more straightforward kind of horror vibe of Alien and Terminator. But
okay,
yeah. We'll see if Mass Effect reflects that in any kind of way. Tie that back into the show somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway. Oh, speaking of horror games.
More horror games?
More horror games.
Oh, Resident Evil 7.
Yes, Resident Evil 7. Correction. A few weeks back, I said Resident Evil 7 comes out the 27th, a Friday. It does not. It comes out 24th, the Tuesday.
Yeah.
I thought it was the Friday. I guess I was thinking of the movie. Because the movie, Resident Evil, comes out on Friday, the 27th.
Who can forget?
Oh, yeah. But the game comes out Tuesday. And I got an email from GameStop a while ago. If you pre-order through GameStop, you can go pick it up Monday night.
I mean, that's how it goes.
Well, not like a midnight thing. Like, you can go get it at closing time, which is like 9 o'clock.
Closing time.
Collect your Resident Evil and go.
Collect your Resident Evil and go home and...
Mm-hmm. But anyway, yeah, that comes out next week. I got it pre-ordered. I'll be playing it next week. I don't know how much I'll be playing it, but I will try to play it. Have some kind of impression of it for next week. But
well, in VR?
In VR, yeah.
Dude, you know I want your VR brush. Come on, man. You're liking on the VR thing, man.
I know. I'm your.
You're liking on your VR. You're liking on your VR reports. Come on.
Man. I'm your VR surrogate, man. You vicariously through me, VR.
I live it here in your VR. Like, that's why I want you to get Robinson and all that.
Yeah. Anyway. But no, this is a game I was reading about this week. It sounds interesting. This is a game that needs to be in VR. You heard this game called Perception? No. Perception? Yeah, Perception.
Recession?
Perception.
Perception.
Perception, yeah. It's from indie studio Deep End Games. Announced that the game is coming to PS4 after they did a Kickstarter to get it on PC. It is coming to PS4. In the game, you play as a blind protagonist who can see the world through echoes and stuff. Like when you tap walls, it does the echo thing.
Daredevil?
Yes! That's exactly what I was thinking when I was reading this. I'm like, yes, we're finally getting a Daredevil game.
Daredevil the game?
Daredevil the game, man. You play as Cassie, and use your sense of hearing, unravel mysteries, and deal with the mysterious force that's haunting a mansion that you're in. You tap things, echo through to see through the house and navigate, but if you have too much, you can alert certain enemies in the game.
Huh.
So this sounds like really neat if it was in VR, because I would feel like Daredevil. I get to see like Daredevil sees. Well, maybe not.
Daredevil VR game. That's neat.
That's neat. Well, technically, I wouldn't be seeing like the Netflix version. Netflix version's weird.
Yeah.
The way he sees things is weird. The world on fire. I'm like, okay, I don't think that's comic book accurate, but you only see it for 2 seconds anyway, so whatever.
You know, I love that when Ben Affleck was talking about the meme, he was like, oh, the last blockbuster I did was a 97 Armageddon. I'm like, yeah, okay, Ben. Nice try. He's trying to make us forget about Daredevil.
I mean,
nice.
it didn't really, busting any blocks, so I guess it's not really a blockbuster. I guess I don't know.
I guess not, but he's all like, the last blockbuster, man, that I did was Armageddon in '97 with Bay. I'm like, are you kidding me? You're such a liar. He's all like, I never knew what big studio filmmaking was until like Gone Girl and then Batman versus Superman with Snyder. Like, get out of here. You're so full of it. And then the comments pointed him out too. He's like, good luck trying to make us forget.
He was probably just drunk the whole time. He doesn't remember. Like, I was in Daredevil? What?
What's this Netflix talks about?
What's
Do you think he's ever gone sat down and actually watched it on Netflix?
Mm.
I'm sure he's on the know on a lot of things. I mean, he kind of has to be. I mean, he's a director. He has to get his inspiration.
Does he just like watch Netflix? Does he just sit there and watch like the Daredevil one and go, oh shit, like, you know, this one's so much better. And then when it's done, like Netflix recommends Batman Begins, he's like, oh shit. Why are these so much better?
But he's going to fix it himself, though. He's going to do the work himself.
Yeah, but didn't you hear? It's starting to become a pain in his ass, all these questions.
Well, his movie literally went. It didn't even come. It just went. I saw nobody coming into his movie at the theater that I went to today. It just went.
So, should the movie be retitled Dead by Night?
Dead by Night. Because I could have sworn, like, on the Sunday of when I woke up that something flopped, and I knew, like, I heard it really loud, and it was Live by Night. I didn't think it was going to be Patriots Day. I didn't think it was going to be any other movie that came out, had an expansion. It was gonna be Live by Night. And I was like, dang, that flopped hard. I knew I heard something flop.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Ben Affleck, you got beat by monster trucks. Named him Creech. Still didn't see it. And now my appetite for it, I don't even want to see it anymore. Its window is gone. And my tolerance for monster trucks. So.
Anyway, speaking of Batman stuff.
More Batman.
More Batman. We had some new updates on Injustice 2 this week.
Finally, do we get a release date?
Yeah, we announced that 2 weeks ago. We talked about that. It's coming May 16th.
May 16th?
Yep. But it was announced this past week that there's going to be 3 different versions of the game.
Oh my goodness.
At launch. There's your base version for $60.
Yep, of course.
There will be your digital deluxe edition that costs $80. That will include 3 DLC fighters, premium skin for Supergirl, and a Defender shader pack.
Defenders? Just kidding.
No, Defender. For the Ultimate Edition, which is going to cost $100 or $99.99, it will come with 9 DLC fighters, premium skins for Supergirl, The Flash, Green Lantern, and a Destroyer and Defender shader pack. And also, all pre-orders, no matter which version you get, all pre-order versions come with Darkseid as a bonus character.
We're waiting for the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what a lot of people are going to be doing. Well, I mean, the game sells well, anyways. But
yeah, and I mean, that's the thing, though. This Ultimate Edition, it just says 9 fighters. It doesn't necessarily say all the fighters. It doesn't say all DLC. It just says 9 fighters. So, the first 9, maybe there's more.
Oh, maybe.
Because I'm waiting for that Watchmen announcement. Gonna happen, man. But I looked on the PlayStation Store, and they kind of go into more details of what they mean by those premium skins. It really changes because, they said the one for Supergirl, when you equipped it, she actually becomes Power Girl.
Really?
She's in the Power Girl outfit, and her voice changes, and just the animations change. So it is kind of a significant thing, and then just a costume change.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of said what the ones for Flash and Green Lantern were, but I don't remember
Huh.
what they were. But
That's interesting.
That is interesting. So, I mean, yeah, this is, like I said, we kind of talked about this already last week, kind of the problem with fighting games right now. like we said, if you want this game, go get it. We're not saying you don't get this day one. Go get it if you want it. Go get it. Have fun. For people like us who are not super big into fighting games, it's one of those things where we can wait, you know, for a Game of the Year edition or a complete edition or whatever that will cost less and come with all the DLC characters. Because that's what I did for, Mortal Kombat. I waited till XL edition, got the DLC characters that I wanted. Injustice. So the first one's a weird game. I don't know if I told the story already. I think that might be one of my most bought games this past generation because so when the game first came out, I didn't get it right away, but like within a month, targeted like a flash sale that was like $30 for the game, and I was like, oh, $30, that's half off, and the game just came out, so I'm gonna go get it. So that's what I did. I bought it. I played it for a while. I was like, all right, this is cool. And then what did I do with it?
You played it.
I played it, and I think what I did was I traded it in when the PS4 version came out, because the PS4 version had the Ultimate Edition with all the characters in it. So I traded that in. So I got the Ultimate Edition. And then I also bought the Vita version, because the Vita version had a flash sale, so it was like $5 on Vita. Oh. So I had Injustice on Vita, I had it on PS3, sold it, got the PS4 version, then the PS4 version came free on Plus, so I sold my PS4 version. So I don't currently have my PS3, I don't have my PS3 version anymore. I have the PS4 version, but digitally through Plus, and I still have my Injustice Vita version through digital. So I owned it on all the platforms, PlayStation platforms at least.
Oh, there you go.
So with this one though, no, I'm just gonna hold out for an Ultimate Edition, or no, technically this is called the Ultimate Edition, but Complete Edition.
Whatever it'll be called.
Whatever it'll be called, with all the DLC characters and all that.
Right.
Hopefully that Watchmen. But we might get a chance to play Injustice 2 soon, because they announced today that there will be Injustice 2 beta.
Oh.
They had open signups. You can sign up today, and I signed up today, and it said you will receive a code, so it's not just random. I just signed up for it and said, okay, you'll receive your code, whenever.
You will get it.
You will receive a code. So I'm like, alrighty. So I'll be able to check it out. They didn't do any details whatsoever, though. It just said we're going to have a beta soon. Sign up today, and that's it. There was no info on a time frame or how much content's going to be in it or what characters and any of that. So we'll see. So while I won't be buying the game at launch, I will at least be able to play it sometime before launch.
Yeah,
get some idea of it. So that's good. For Honor also is beta starting next week. Signups.
So many betas. And where's that not Division? Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Yeah, doesn't that game come out in a month and a half?
It does.
Yeah, it does. And Ubisoft ain't even talking about it.
They have that sign up.
Yeah, they have the sign up, but they don't generally talk about the game. I guess maybe it's because For Honor is their focus right now, because that's the new IP. They want to kind of focus on that leading up to launch, and then maybe once that comes out, they'll refocus and hurry and promote the hell out of Wildlands.
Oh yeah,
because like I said, For Honor is just that weird. We talked about this too already, but it's that weird new IP that they kind of need people to play so they get an idea of it, and that's why it's really weird they're still doing a closed beta. You have to sign up for it. I signed up for it, so I'll see if I get into beta or not, because it's gonna be next weekend or something like that. So I don't know. This is a game they kind of need to do open beta for, just to give people to play it and see if they like it or not. Because they're doing the closed beta 2 weeks before the game comes out, so the beta info is not gonna change much. The game's kind of what it is already.
It is what it is.
Exactly. So I think they can do I think Destiny or something did that, where they did a closed beta 1 week, and the next week they did open beta for everyone. And then the next week the game came out. So they could probably do something like that for Honor, where next weekend is the closed beta. People go try it out. Then next week will be open beta. Everyone can play it. And then the week after that is the full game.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's what happens.
Hopefully.
And as for Wildlands or whatever, I don't know. I mean, there was a sign up for it. I don't know. We haven't been hearing anything about it.
No.
Nope. What's happening?
What happened?
I don't know.
That's something.
I don't know. It's like I don't know. Is this game gonna get delayed?
Oh, dude, don't say that.
Would you honestly get a chance to play it though if it came out in its current March date?
Oh no.
There you go. So
But that's just one person. I mean, what about the millions of players that want to play
yeah,
this?
but doesn't the world revolve around your schedule?
It does. No, not all the time. Air quotes.
Air quotes
Air,
everywhere.
air quotes, yeah.
But yeah. So yeah.
Oh man, dude, it's so hot in this room. It's a sweaty podcast today.
Maybe you should have had a fan on.
Dude, don't even get me started. I'm like literally sweating.
Well, we're almost done here. I actually went through all the news. All my news items. See? And we're at the 1 hour mark, so pretty good.
No, we're not leaving yet.
No, we're not leaving yet. I'm just saying, though, I went through all my news items over the 1 hour mark. Noting
Just-
things.
Screw you, UMW,
What?
for not letting me to get to work.
What are you talking about?
Like, whew, man, it's so hot in here.
Oh, now you're waiting for that fire alarm to go off.
It might, with me probably just dying.
You're just going to burst into flames anyway. That's going to cause the fire alarm to go off.
Yeah, probably. But I don't know. What else is there to do?
I don't know, man. I went through all the news, so I provided my content. You usually give me questions. We have questions this week?
No,
Nope. Okay.
and I hope not. I mean, I have my notifications on, but I don't think we've got any questions this week.
Yeah. Like you said, though, it was a light week on news. I mean, I had enough to fill the hour at least, and we kind of talked about it. Not too in depth, but we talked and we got the info out there and news and ideas and all that.
Yeah, we sure did. It was awesome. I just think next week will probably be better because I wish I wasn't dying.
Next week, you'll have a fan or an open window or something.
Just a better condition. Oh.
Okay, well, I guess we can wrap this up before you die.
Unfortunately, I hate to leave.
Hate to leave, but it's okay. We went through the news, so that's all right.
Let's go.
So yeah. So with that, this has been the PSBS PlayStation podcast. I'm your host, Coach T. PS and Bioware coach here is.
Andrew Arenas, double is. Everybody have a fantastic week. Do good in school. What else? Look both ways of the road. Be nice to each other, and have a fantastic week.
Yep. Thanks for listening, and hopefully we'll see you guys next week. And click.
Oh, I'm gonna